The Venice Film Festival has just wrapped up, ending a week of glitz and glamour by crowning the best in world cinema. The Golden Lion for Best Film went to Pedro Almodovar's English language debut, The Room Next Door, starring Julianne and Tilda Swinton.
Celebrating the victory of his first English language feature film, The Room Next Door, the renowned Spanish director once again proves his signature ability to bring powerful female characters to life. In this triumphant drama, Tilda Swinton stars as a war correspondent facing terminal cancer. She asks her close friend, played by Julianne, to stay by her side in the room next door as she plans to take her own life.
As a director, one of the privileges is that we are the first witnesses when a miracle occurs in front of the camera. And both Tilda and Julianne have summoned miracles on many days of our shooting. I will never have enough words to thank them. Julianne and Tilda, this is for you.
The erotic thriller Babygirl earned Nicole Kidman the Best Actress award. She plays a CEO who embarks on an affair with an intern. Kidman was unable to attend the award ceremony due to the sudden passing of her mother. The movie's director read out a message from Kidman.
Today I arrived in Venice to find out shortly after that my beautiful, brave mother, Julianne Kidman, has just passed. I'm in shock and I have to go to my family, but this award is for her.
Vincent Lindon took home the Best Actor award for The Quiet Son. In the film, Lindon portrays a single father whose son becomes radicalized by the far right. Brady Corbett won Best Director for The Brutalist, starring Adrien Brody, who, according to some critics, could be headed for another Oscar for his performance in the film. The post-war epic follows an architect and a Holocaust survivor as he rebuilt his life in the US.
We have the vision for a better cinema, a better world for my beautiful daughter and each and every one of your beautiful children, irrespective of their passports. They deserve the world without borders, something boundless, something new. Thank you and good night.
The message that resonates far beyond the festival grounds.
DW Scott Roxborough joins us now. He's also left Venice and joins us from Toronto at another film festival. Let's start with the top prize, the Golden Lion for Best Film, Pedro Almodovar's The Room Next Door. You've seen it. What do you think?
Well, I think it's an incredible film and a well-deserving Golden Lion, at least for the director himself, because Almodóvar is one of the true greats of international cinema, and being honored in this way is very suitable. I would say this is not necessarily his best film. This is his first film ever in the English language, and it loses a little bit in translation, I would say. It's a very powerful story about a woman who's dying of terminal cancer, played by Tilda Swinton, who asks one of her friends, played by Julianne, to be the one in the room next door to help her as she takes her own life. It's a very sort of powerful, emotional melodrama, but translating sort of Almodóvar's very unique Spanish sensibilities into English doesn't quite work in the same ways as his other films, but the man himself is truly a legend and very well deserving of this Golden Lion Prize in Venice.
Now, as we've heard, Nicole Kidman had to leave the festival because of a death in the family, but she won for Babygirl.
Yeah, and this is a really interesting film. It's quite different from a lot of the work that she's done before. It is an erotic thriller. She plays a CEO of a huge company who starts a very problematic and dangerous affair with a much younger intern at that company. It's a thriller sort of in the 90s style of erotic thrillers. It's basically a new version of Fatal Attraction, but with a really feminist twist. Very entertaining, very different and emotional emotional and powerful a film. Unfortunately, as you said, Nicole Kidman's family was hit by tragedy. Her mother died, and she had to leave the festival to return to Australia to be with them. She did, however, dedicate her prize in Venice to her mother's memory.
Now, the Silver Lion for Best Director went to Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, but it's actor Adrian Brody, who's starring in that movie, who's now the talk of the town. He's being talked about as an Oscar contender.
Yeah, definitely. And if I had a vote, he would win his second Oscar for this movie. This is really tremendous. It's an epic story. Adrian Brody plays a Jewish architect who survives World War II, travels to America, tries to rebuild his life and his career in the United States. And it's really it's an epic almost unlike we've seen in decades, almost Orson Welles-ian in its scope and scale. Also shot on film, if you can believe it in this day and age. The performance that Adrian Brody gives is the best I've seen him give since The Pianist, the film for which he won his first Oscar. And if the Oscar voters are listening, they should pay attention to this movie because I think it could go a long way. And I really hope to see Mr. Brody on the stage of the Oscars next year.
Fingers crossed for Adrian Brody then. That's Scott Roxborough in Toronto. Thank you very much.